Victors and disadvantaged. An historical perspective. While technology has advanced rapidly, the last 2 centuries have witnessed a world torn apart by riots, terrorism, and wars. At the heart of these upheavals is a persistent struggle within human society, delineated by those who succeed, the victors, and those who are left behind, the disadvantaged, in all sorts of open competition. The victors, often at the forefront of technological progress, inadvertently contribute to a world falling into disarray by not accommodating the needs of the disadvantaged, leading to widespread discontent and instability. Throughout history, the pursuit of human needs has inevitably given rise to competitions and conflicts, which, in turn, produce victors and the disadvantaged. However, most instances of success and setback are transient, with everyone experiencing their fair share of both triumphs and challenges throughout life. The more critical issue lies in instances of enduring disadvantage, which can manifest as irreversible defeats. In ancient times, such irreversible losses, like defeat in battle, often resulted in enslavement. In the contemporary world, similar permanent states of disadvantage, such as bankruptcy, chronic poverty, or insurmountable debt, effectively render individuals as modern-day virtual slaves, trapped in situations with limited avenues for change or escape. Baobes, Ikonaru. The power dynamics between victors and the disadvantaged of open competition have historically been stark. Until the 19th century, one of the most explicit manifestations of this was the institution of slavery, where the disadvantaged were literally subjugated to serve the victors. This practice continued until the abolition of slavery in the 19th century. Viewing history through the lens of victors and the disadvantaged reveals numerous ideologies developed to address this fundamental conflict. Ideologies advocate open competition to such an extent that it may lead to the disregard of the challenges faced by the less fortunate, include classic liberalism, conservatism, libertarianism, and others. Regardless of their ideological veneer, these ideologies ultimately prioritize the benefits provided by open competition, making alignment with them a pragmatic choice for most individuals. Conversely, there are ideologies that lean toward the needs of the disadvantaged in society, including early Christian socialism, and communism. These ideologies exhibit deep empathy for those marginalized by society. Early Christians, for instance, practiced a unique form of socialism in the 1st and 2nd centuries CE, based on their belief in sharing labor and material possessions among fellow Christians. However, neither of these 2 ideological camps has succeeded in forging a universally beneficial world order. The individuals who have truly changed the world are intellectual elites who refuse to align exclusively with the victors of open competition and demonstrate empathy towards the disadvantaged. We can refer to these individuals as mediators. Ideologies that act as mediators or conciliators include Athenian democracy, social liberalism, and social democracy, with their origins tracing back to ancient Greece. Defao, during a period of social unrest between the rich and the poor in the 6th century BC, Athenians of all classes turned to Solon as a mediator to resolve their disputes and reach a mutually satisfactory solution. This was the first movement to seek a balance of interests between the victors, the rich, and the disadvantaged, the poor, ultimately giving birth to the first democracy. Enlightenment thinkers like Rousseau and Voltaire continued this mediating tradition, advocating for social justice and bridging the gap between victors and the disadvantaged. Following them, social liberalism emerged, challenging the elitism inherent in classical liberalism. With the Great Depression revealing the shortcomings of classic liberalism, social democracy emerged as the newest mediator between the victors and the disadvantaged of society, striving to create a world where everyone can achieve success.